We drove all the way to an hour north of Seattle. This is where the truck's been sitting at. Everything seems fine. It's all here. It's a V6 4-wheel drive automatic. I don't know how many miles. No rust. That's one of the main concerns on these trucks is the rust, but this one doesn't seem like it's rusted at all. It's got some surface rust right here, and that's just from the rocks when they clean the road, but that's about it. I think Stacy's second owner. You got a good deal. I would never drive for something like this. It was a long drive, especially not in this weather condition, but it's family for a cousin, one of the cousins that we have in Idaho. So yeah, so we're gonna load it up and get out of here because we don't want to go home late. We left at 5-6 in the morning. It's 2 o'clock right now, and we still got to drive back. So we're gonna be back home very late, and it's all mostly because of this black ice and the snow. Black ice and the snow in the mountain. So we're gonna load it up and get out of here. It's a nice truck. It's not. Hold on. Yeah, it's 8 p.m. We left the house very early, and around 6 or 7, 6 I think it was, we left. And it's been as of right now, it's been a 14-hour drive. I still got like 1 hour left. No, well, normally it's about an hour and 20 minutes, but since it's snowing, we're doing like 30 miles an hour. Hopefully it's just over the mountain, and if that's good, I should be home in another 2 hours maybe. So it'd be like a 16-hour drive. Sometimes you gotta drive that far to come across good deals, or when you come across good deals, you gotta drive that far. If you commit to it, you'll do it. So like I said, this one's not for me, this one's for my cousin. I'm bending backwards a lot on it, and hopefully, it's just an easy fix for him, because it's probably, he's pretty cheap on it either way. All right, we made it home. It was like a 17 hour drive, and we crossed the mountain. There was a bunch of snow, and there's still snow on the trailer, so it hasn't been that hot here. When you do these ones, you have to knock down the subframe. Don't let that intimidate you. So some of you guys might have done it before. If you guys haven't, it's really easy. It's just one bolt here for the lower control arm, the spindle. That's one. Obviously the 4 of them, 4 17 millimeters on each corner. That's another 17 millimeter. That's another 17 millimeter. 2 14s, you don't have to bring them out, just break them loose. That's just to guide it. 3 14s on the rear transmission mount, and the other one on the lower control arm. That's it. That's all it is. These ones are super easy because you don't have to do the steering or none of that. So just those 4 5 6 7 8 9 and those 3. These 3 obviously has to come out, that one too, but this ones they don't. They're 14 millimeters. They don't have to come out, and the whole thing drops. It's very easy. It's not super heavy either. You can do it. I've done them before in jack stands. You can do it. The only thing that sucks in this one is the exhaust has to come out completely. The only reason I bring out the whole exhaust is because it's going to be hanging, and I'll rather just take it the whole exhaust. I'll remove the whole thing. So So yeah. ¿Ya? ¿Ready?
¿Cuál es el que dice?
Oh, este es el que está quebrado, es este, pero ya que esté arriba lo ponemos, mira. Se quebró de aquí. Alright, well, we just replaced the transmission on this flipper. You guys remember? Well, I just gave you guys a little peek, but I bought the car for $450 and it ran and drove fine, but the problem was obviously the transmission was bad. He made a huge whining noise, and within you only had like a minute to load it up or just to move it back and forth, because he was after that it doesn't move at all. So I bought it. It's all ready to go. I ran out of that's the acid I used to detail the cars, Muscle Magic, but I ran out. I just sent my other helper to go get some more, but I was able to spray some on the engine bay and on the wheels, and that's it. The inside, it doesn't need much. It's all done. It's all clean. The car it was super clean actually. May just vacuum it a little bit to get all the little crumbs out, but overall it's in great condition, good shape. He said he tried to replace that sensor because he said when they scanned the car, he said that something was wrong with the torque converter. I'm gonna give you guys a good tip. When there's something wrong with the sensor, the transmission will run good. I don't know, sometimes, but in this Hondas, the transmissions always run. Whether it's cold, hot, they always move. Sometimes you'll lose a gear or something, and then it could be a sensor. But when the transmission makes a loud whining noise like this one did, and it doesn't move at all, the clutches are burned no matter what. You can change the fluid, you can change all the sensors you want. It's not gonna make a difference. It's just burned completely, totally done. This one sounded like I don't know how to explain it, but you can hear it. It was whining like when a power steering is going bad on a vehicle. That's the noise that it made. So I didn't record when I picked it up because the gentleman, I asked him and he said, no, I don't want to be filmed. That's why I didn't film it. I always respect that. I'm not gonna, I'm trying to get a good deal. I'm not gonna disrespect him by showing up with the camera in my hand, or the phone in my hand and whatnot. So I respect that. That's why I didn't record when I showed up. But also I didn't record it when I was unloading it because it was dark already. So, and the car sat there for a little bit. Then we got hit with the snow. So weather sucks. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I went ahead and washed it. I have two people that hit me up a few weeks ago. They needed a car. I'm gonna see if they want first dibs on it. They're gonna have first dibs to look at it and drive it. I drove it around. Everything seems fine. No check engine light, no nothing. The transmission came from a sedan that I threw away, so that one was free to me. I got it from a car that I threw away. I don't know if you guys have put a picture on it. The car was abandoned here for like just over a year, and then it came from another shop, and the mechanic said, you know what, help me fix it. It was something to do with the wiring. The rats chewed up through most of the underdash harness. The car was left here for like over a year, and then after that, he said the previous owner moved from town and the car was just pretty much abandoned. I hit him up and I said, hey man, you need to come get this car because I need it gone. And he said, go ahead and keep it. The car would run and drive, but it had wiring issues. So I knew the engine and transmission were low miles, and they ran and drove fine. So I threw away the car, kept the engine and transmission, sold the engine for $750, and then that's the transmission on this one. Also, I kept the wheels and tires. Wheels and tires are like new. This car came with Toyota wheels. The centers are not the same. They won't fit. So the guy said I wanted to recoup some money because he had brand new tires on it, and I sold the tires for like $300, wheels and tires. So then I bought the car for $450. He posted it for $500, but he was kind of firm because he said he had a lot of bites. The car is in really good shape. So that was a big hookup for me because that car I threw away, I was able to keep the wheels and tires. The hubcaps were actually on the trunk, so that was a good thing because they are the originals. But other than that, car runs good. It runs amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much just wash it, and then vacuum the inside. I washed it a little bit because he had some dirt, but right now in the snow it's gonna look super clean because it's all white outside. Take some pictures and let these guys come check it out, or go show them the car. Stutter a little bit, this and that. I'm gonna post a car for $2,500. I think it's a good deal. It reads low miles, 130, and it's clean title. I mean, it's got plates and everything. So we'll see if I can make a quick buck. That's not a quick buck. That's actually a big profit. I only bought it because I had the transmission and I had the wheels. I knew, that's what I'm saying. I like to buy stuff that I know I have parts laying around. So that's that. All right, the Tacoma that we went to go pick up all the way to Seattle. While we were there, I didn't see that. I just caught that right now. That's kind of a spooky situation, especially because there's no coolant. So it could be has a blown head gasket, or the story was the truck was running and then one day it just didn't want to start. It didn't want to start and it doesn't have any spark. That's what they said. They replaced the I think to me that looks like a cam position sensor, but he said they replaced the crank and the cam. I can see the crank position sensor also looks new. So it seems like maybe it was running and they just, I mean, if you knew it had a blown engine, why are you replacing those sensors, right? That's what I said to myself. So I told my cousin I'm gonna go check it out. If I'm gonna drive all the way over there, if the truck it's rusted, or if it's, you know, like you've seen some out there for $1,500. Well, I was expecting like something really ghetto or hacked, but the truck is really nice. It was a second owner. It was one owner, but he got inherited to him, and he said it was still, I think, under his dad's name or something. He never changed names. So the only damage, it's not even that bad. That's the only thing I can see. The rest of the truck looks all original. The canopy, it looks like new on the inside. There's no rust at all. I looked at the frame. There's just minor surface rust. You guys saw the video out there. One of the things that I noticed was this is a crank no start. I can see the timing. The timing is good. They put a new battery. They were attempting to start it. Several things they replaced, nothing. They changed the wires, nothing. And they really doubted it was the coils because it has 3 coils and none of the coils sparked. They said if it was if it was the coils, at least we would have one that sparked, but nothing. One of the things I noticed was this thing looks like it had at one point an aftermarket. Oh, actually, I don't know if it was aftermarket. It says Toyota Security, and they gave me the key without any remote. So I think you can see where they tapped into it. I think this thing has an aftermarket alarm, or maybe a Toyota factory alarm. I don't know, but I think that's what's preventing it from starting. I haven't tried it. We're gonna try it right now. You guys are gonna witness it, see what it does, and we'll go from there. But I'm pretty sure what I'm gonna end up doing is just disabling all that, so we can go back to factory and see what it does. So I went ahead and put this jumper on, put it back in. Okay, so that's all it does. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect that alarm, disable all that alarm. They already been messing with it. They say there's no spark, and the coils look new also. So, well, no, they just look clean. It looks like they took them out and cleaned them. But I'm gonna try to dig into it, see what I can figure out. I just don't want to make this video longer. But yeah, that's why it's here. We'll figure it out right now. Well, I'm gonna try to figure it out, and then I'll let you guys know